Hello everyone, welcome you all to the Applications Manager free training series. In the today's agenda, the first topic we'll be discussing about how to auto discover the components and see the dependency map across your application stack. And the second topic we'll be discussing how to measure the key performance metrics across your application infrastructure. In third topic, we'll be discussing how AI and ML will help us to detect the anomalies and also plan the capacity accordingly. And in the final topic, we'll be discussing what are all the out-of-box integrations that are available in Applications Manager. Let's get into the first topic of the today's session. Auto discover the components and dependency across your entire application stack. So before getting to that topic, let's have a small story time here. So just imagine you have a financial service provider and they have multiple data center across the globe. And as an engineer, they are difficult to find what are all the components where the server is running and where, in case they have the application to which database it is being connected. So they have a confusion how the application communicates to the database and how the server related to the application. So they have few confusion in their organization. So how they can discover and view the proper view of the respective components in the infrastructure for to easily fetch the servers and applications to create a dependency view. In Applications Manager, we have an auto discovery option. So with the help of this auto discovery option, with a single click of discovery, it will discover all the servers that are available in the given IP address of the network. And it will discover the servers and the databases or the applications or other services which are hosted under that particular server will also get discovered. And once it is discovered, it will create an application dependency map view. So with the help of this map view, you can easily identify how the each servers are interconnected to. And you can view the live status of the respective servers or applications with this application dependency view. And this will help us to find the issue in a faster manner rather than checking and logging to each server and check the status of the application. So let me just take you to the Applications Manager UI and show you how this dependency, auto discover and dependency works. So this is Applications Manager homepage. So you can just go to the Settings tab. So under Settings tab, under Discovery and Data Collection, you can see an option Add or Discover. So when I just click on this Add or Discover, you can see there are three options that are available to onboard the monitors. So when you click on Add, so here it will list down all the monitor types that we are supporting. So as you might know, like we are supporting more than 150 plus different types of monitoring in Applications Manager, and we have just categorized those monitor based on its type. For example, if you just click on the application servers, so you can view the list of applications that we do support. So by default, we cover all the top vendor application servers here, starting from Oracle application server, Tomcat, WebLogic server, and the WebSphere, and we have the Glassfish and the Java runtime. So based on your requirement, you can, if you just onboard the monitors one by one, you can use this add option, and you can just click on the respective monitor type which you want to onboard. So as soon as you click on this respective monitor, so currently I just clicked on Tomcat. So before giving the information, so at the right hand side, we have a help card. So this help card will be available for all the monitor type which you are planning to add. So in the help card section, we are just given the prerequisites that you need to follow. So what are the ports required for monitoring a application and what are the user permission, and in case if it is application server monitoring, in case if any uh, update needs to be given on a particular file, so those information will be given on this help card. So once these prerequisite is completed, you can just give the respective details, and with the help of the test credential, you can identify whether the given details and the port details are correct or not, and it will try to test the connectivity with that application server. And only if the test is successful, you can able to onboard the monitor. So this is the behavior of add option. And we have a second option, that is bulk import. So in case if your server team just given a list of servers in a CSV file to just onboard to the monitoring. So what we'll be doing, so instead of adding it one by one, in case they have just share the file in a CSV sheet, so we can easily onboard it in the applications manager. So first, what you need to do is you need to select a type. So in case you're planning to onboard the server monitor, just give server here. And once you just click on the server, in the help card, you need to just download the sample CSV file. So in the sample CSV file only, it will give the details like what are the details you need to give along with the server IP or postname for onboarding. So let's take an example here. So this is an example of a particular, this is how the CSV file will looks like. So here, in case if you're just going to onboard the Windows servers with the help of WMI mode of monitoring, so we are just given a sample here. So here you need to just give the display name, and you need to just give the host name or IP of the respective Windows server and the port and the timeout value and the operating system. So you need to just give the complete version, and you need to give the subnet mask, the mode of monitoring, and username and password. So in case if you're not authorized to use the give the username and password in a plain text, so we have a credential ID here as well. So you can just add the credential in the credential manager, and instead of giving the username and password, you can just give alone the credential ID. So same like that, you can just follow in case you want to onboard the server monitoring with the help of SNMP, or when it comes to the Linux, Unix or Solaris, you can just onboard through SSH via password mode of authentication or SSH key-based authentication. So once you just given all these details in this particular CSV file, you, you need to just click on choose file, and here you need to just click on the respective CSV file and click on next. And here you can just cross verify the server list which you have given. And once, if all the information is correct, you can just click on start discovery, and it will discover all the servers which are available in that particular CSV file. And the final part is the discovery one. So with the help of this discovery, so first you need to create a discovery profile here. So in case if you want to discover the UAT servers, just mention at UAT servers. And here you need to just give a credential. So here you cannot give a username and password directly. So instead of that, you need to add a credential. For example, so right now, if you want to discover the WMI servers on the given IP range, you need to just give the name here. And you need to just give the username and the password, and you need to save this. So once that is saved, so that particular credential list will be added here. Same like that, in case if you want to discover the database server or any application, you can just choose the respective type here. So for example, if you want to discover MS SQL servers which are running on that particular IP range, you can just give that particular server credentials here, and you need to save it. So once you just selected the credentials which you want to map and discover, you need to give the credential. Then we need to just give the IP range. So you need to just give the start and the ending IP range. So within this particular IP range only, it will try to discover the list of servers or applications which you plan to discover. So once we just given the credentials, IP range, the next thing is port selection. So just click on configure port. So here by default, we are just given all the default ports of the respective mode of monitoring. So for SSH, here is given that 22, so this is a default port. In case if your server is running in any customized port, you can just give those ports by comma separated here. So once you just given this information, you can just close this port. So right now, you're just given the IP range, port, and credential. Now you can discover or discover and add. So if you just click on discover, it will try to discover all the servers or the database or applications which are present under the given IP ranges. And once it is discovered, you can just select and you can just add the respective servers for the monitoring. So this is the behavior of discover. The second option is discover and add. So it will discover and add it to the monitoring automatically without selecting a manual selection of the respective monitors. So once you just given this particular discovery, so it will create a map view here. And for example, this is some particular Linux server which I discovered with the help of the discovery view, and it has discovered the list of services. I have two MySQL instances that are running and one PostgreSQL. So like this, it will create the components which are running within the server, and it will try to map with the other servers in case if it is interconnected. So with the help of this, you can easily monitor the live status of the respective components which are running on this particular server. So this is how the auto discovery will work. Let's go to the next slide. So in the next topic, we are going to discover how to measure the key performance metrics across your application infrastructure. So the first is we have discovered. So once it is discovered, how we are going to uh, measure the key performance metric of the discovered application. So when we say the performance, so obviously in case if there is any performance issue occurs on an environment, for example, if the server spikes at 100% and you can see like one of the applications consuming more CPU on your server. So what we'll be doing as an infrastructure team, we'll be just involving the network team, we're involving the server team, involve the database team of the respective application. So we need to involve multiple teams to identify the root cause. So without uh, like involving these teams as IT admin or as a tool admin, we can easily find where the issue occurs. So in order to find exactly where the issue occurs, so we can just categorize. For example, if we just take an application like application slowness or any exception that leads to an application issue. So in case of any poor provisioning of a server components will leads to the OS level issues. And in case if there is any network level utilization issue or error rates, so that will lead to the network issue. So there are different issues that we do come across in a daily basis on our infrastructure. So in order to easily prioritize that, we can have a quick look of the key components that you can focus on. So let's take an application server. When it comes to application server, so the main thing is we need to monitor the threads that are being utilized by an application, and we need to just track the server response time. And in case if it is a Java-based application server, it's a JVM machine, we need to just monitor the JVM heap usage. And as application, we need to just monitor the connection details. So these are the few key parameters that we are currently discussing. And if we just have any issue on application level, with the help of these details, we can analyze whether it is a front-end related issue or not. And when it comes to the server level, so with the help of the server availability or the server level performance, like the CPU or the disk, so we can easily track their respective issues. And when it comes to the databases, the key parameters will be like the query performance. Obviously, when it comes to the database servers, we need to know like what are the query that are currently running or what are the query that is slow running on your particular database servers, which is impacting the performance of your server. And apart from that, we need to track the number of database connections on the database servers, and we need to keep track of the backup and jobs monitoring as well. So in case the job is getting failed, we need to just manually trigger that. So, and also along with it, we need to focus on the log statistics. So these are all the few parameters that we might focus on the database or application or the server level. And with the help of this, we can easily track the issues. So let me just get into the monitor here. For example, I'll just get into the monitor, Windows monitoring. So when I say Windows monitoring, starting from the availability of servers, so as in, when it comes to the availability, either we do the ping test or the port test to check whether the particular server is up or down. So once this particular availability is verified, we'll be capturing all the data starting from the CPU utilization, memory utilization, disk, and we have the event log monitoring when it comes to the Windows Server monitoring. And in the network tab, we can monitor the network interface or the network adapter details. And in the hardware tab as well, in case if you just monitor the hardware, so you can just monitor the hardware NLB, and then we have the scheduled task monitoring. And in the recent versions, we are supporting the print queue monitoring as well for on the Windows Server. And with the help of this, you can just easily track. And for the CPU related alerts, as you might know, if so whenever a CPU goes above 90 percentage in on a particular server, and if you are monitoring that particular server in Applications Manager, Applications Manager will send an alert through email or the SMS, the necessary action which you have configured, it will send you the list of process that is consuming more CPU. So as a monitoring thing, with the help of that particular processes, you can just check which application, which particular process consuming more on your Windows server. So, and when it comes to the Windows or the Linux server, so we have a process and service monitoring in the respective server. So you can just add the process which you want to monitor within the particular Windows server. So same like that, the service as well. And in the latest release of Applications Manager, the service monitoring is enabled for the Linux and the Linux-based monitoring as well. So previously, we were supporting only process monitoring in Linux servers. In the latest versions, we are supporting the service details as well. And so this is how the server monitoring will be happening in Applications Manager. So when it comes to the databases, I'm taking a MS SQL as an example here. So in the MS SQL monitoring, so apart from the availability, we do capture the query performance. So with the help of this query performance, you can track down the, like you can just fetch the queries easily, which is slow running on your environment. So we are just categorized based on it. So in case if you want to see the slow running queries, you can just click on top slow running queries and it will list down all the queries which are currently slow running on your database server. And you can just fetch this query in the PDF or the Excel file and share it to your database team, and they will just fine tune and optimize the performance. So likewise, we'll also fetch the most frequently executed queries and are the most blocked queries. So with the help of this query performance monitor, we can easily drill down to the necessary query which is taking time on your database server. And also, we'll just monitor all the databases which are currently hosted on the particular server, and we'll monitor the data file size and the log file size as well. And in the sessions tab, you can see the correction statistics and also how many sessions are currently active on that particular server. You can just view those information here. And in the jobs tab, you can see the list of jobs that are being executed today with the status. So with the help of this last and status, you can easily monitor it. In case if it is failed, the alert will be sent to you with the respective actions which are configured. So same like that, you can also monitor the backup. And when it comes to the SQL database monitoring, we are supporting SQL cluster monitoring as well. So here you can just monitor the cluster details of the respective SQL here. You can just monitor the node, whether it is up or down, and the preferred node status here as well. And we also capture the always on monitoring when it is configured on the SQL server. And you can just monitor the respective availability of the replicas here. And you can just, we'll be monitoring the availability mode synchronous health as well. If something goes wrong within this, automatically it will send you an alert. So likewise, we capture all the key performance metrics that you might focus on your infrastructure. And once these are being captured, the next topic we'll be discussing is towards the threshold and anomalies. So in the next topic, we'll be discussing how the AA and ML based anomalies will help us to troubleshoot the issue quickly. So let's imagine a situation. So previously we discussed about the SQL job monitoring, right? So in case like when it comes to the database, backup is mandatory on a daily basis. So in case if a particular backup is not there for last 24 hours or last 12 hours, what we will be doing? So in case the scheduled backup is getting failed, so as a monitoring tool, we'll be sending an alert. And you'll be logging to the SQL Management Studio and you'll be executing the backup job again, right? So in order to reduce the manual effort, so we have few automate action which will automatically execute that particular job in case if it is getting failed in the previous time. So whenever a particular backup is getting failed, an alarm will be triggered, and it will send you an email, and also it will automatically restart that particular job action in order to make the backup ready on a particular time. Like this, so this is an example I'm just giving for a job action. So same like that, we have several automate action which will helps you and reduce the manual effort. And when it comes to the machine learning, so as we might know, like when you are monitoring a particular application or the databases, we need to configure certain threshold profile. So by configuring the threshold profile only, will be get it notified in case if a particular data file size is going on a particular SQL server or not. And for adding the threshold profiles, we have two different types of threshold profiles in Applications Manager. One is standard threshold profile. So in a standard threshold profile, you'll be just giving like critical if it is greater than 90 or 90 percentage, warning if it is greater than 85 percentage, clear if it is less than 85 percentage. So we will be manually setting those values, and if it crosses the particular given values, it will send a warning or critical alert to you based on the threshold profile value which you have configured. So this is the behavior of standard threshold profile. So we have an adaptive threshold. So in adaptive threshold, we have two mechanisms here. One is automatic, another one is manual. So when I just go with the automatic, so what it will do here is like, it will, so based on all the historical value, it will just calculate with a few algorithms internally, and based on the deviation. For example, here you can just set a deviation value here. So let's take an example. You have a particular server in which the CPU during the business hour, the CPU will go up to 60% when multiple users are logged into a particular application. So 60% is a standard value you will expect on a particular server during the business time. And in case due to any issue, if the CPU spikes up to 90 percentage, so obviously you need an alert, right? So in that particular scenario, it will just capture. You can just capture with the help of this adaptive threshold. So when it is baseline is about 60, it will not create any alert. In case if there is any high utilization, when it goes to 90%, when it deviates to 30% more, right? During that time, automatically Applications Manager will send an alert by stating the particular CPU is high and its respective value. And when it comes to the manual, by comparing the historical value, for example, with the help of last 7 days or with the help of last month particular value, you can just compare and it will trigger an alert automatically with the help of this adaptive threshold profile. So you'll be setting a baseline for that manual threshold profile. So when it cross across that, it will trigger an alert for the respective attribute in the Applications Manager. So these are all the few threshold profiles that we do have in Applications Manager. And when it comes to the report, how the AI and ML based solution will help us in report. So when it comes to report, like we have like more than 100 plus out of box reports we have. So first one is performance report. So with the help of this performance report, you can just generate for a particular attribute or a particular the availability report. So those reports will be captured under the performance report. And apart from that, we have capacity planning report and forecast report. So when I say capacity planning report, so with the help of this capacity planning report, you can easily analyze how your server is being utilized on your environment. And in the forecast report, we'll easily identify like what will be the value in the upcoming months. So we just predict the upcoming values based on the previous historical data. And we have different types of reports. So starting from the availability report and the health report, we have a downtime summary. So in the downtime summary report, it will have the complete information of a particular server downtime from in which particular date and from which particular time it was down. And you can just add a few description on that particular report as well. And we have trend analysis report. And Uh, previously, I explained about the capacity planning report. So this is how it will look like. So with the help of this report, you can easily identify whether the list of servers on your environment is being oversized, undersized, or idle servers. And with this forecast report, so based on the previous value, it will compare like what will be the value next upcoming month. So for example, currently my disk utilization is around 60%. So you want to know like what will be your disk utilization in the month of January 2025. So in order to predict that, with the help of this report, you can easily predict what will be the value in the future. And based on that, you can add the resource accordingly on your particular server or in a database or any other attribute for which you are generating this particular report. And apart from this report, we have dashboards and widgets. In widgets, we have several types. And you can also integrate the applications manager dashboard with Grafana, Kibana, or any other third-party tools. And you can just create your custom dashboard. And when it comes to the widgets, so obviously in the data in the dashboard, we'll be having several widgets, and we do support different types here, starting from the availability widget, heat map, and the alarm summary widget. So we do support numerous amount of uh, widgets in applications manager. So let me just take you into the report first. So in the reports, as I said, we have different set of reports. So when you just click on the servers, you can just generate the server availability reports, and it will list down the complete availability of servers based on, you can also select the respective time period. In case if you want to see for last 30 days availability of your servers, you can use this particular report. And in case if you want to understand the downtime of a particular server, if you just drill down to that particular report, it will just show the complete information. And same like that, you can also just generate the disk utilization of servers, memory utilization. And in case if you are looking for any specific attribute report, you can utilize this select attribute drop down option here to generate the report for a respective attribute. So same like that, you can just generate the report for application servers and the other types. And let's discuss about the capacity planning report. So as I said, like in capacity planning, we'll be categorized, undersized, oversized, and idle servers. So when we call the particular server as undersized, so let's take an example. So you have a particular server in which you just allocated 4 GB of memory, and during and in that particular server you have multiple application hosted, and when a particular user access that application, the memory utilization goes above 95%. So in that case, that in that particular server, the allocated memory is very low. So with the help of this report, you can easily identify, and you can just share this report with your management and allocate the resource or provision much more components on that particular report. So when it comes to the oversized servers, let's imagine you have allocated 60 GB memory of a particular server, and you have only one application which is being hosted. And whenever multiple users access that application, it goes only up to 15%. So in that case, 16 GB of memory is huge for that server. So those servers will called as a oversized servers. And when this like we have server and no users log into that particular server, so those servers will be categorized into the idle servers. So you can just generate the report accordingly. So if you just click on undersized servers, it will list down the list of servers which are undersized. So here you can see, right? So here just mention like 100% of CPU of utilization is greater than 90%. So if you just click on this, it will tell you the complete performance of that particular server. You can see like most of the times the server CPUs is reaching 100%. So in this particular server, this component, the CPU is categorized as undersized. So in that case, if you need to allocate some additional CPU core for this particular server. So in case if other servers are is working fine, it will be marked as green, and it will also, you can also mention as no. So in that case, these servers are fine. There is no need to allocate any additional resource to this particular servers. And if you want to see the oversized servers, just click on that oversized servers. So here you can see 100% of time utilization, 100% of time CPU utilization is less than 50%. You just click on that, you can see the CPU utilization is around 7% only. So in that case, uh, this is oversized because this particular server has more amount of CPU which is allocated, and the memory utilization and our other information is fine. On these components are needs to be identified and taken necessary actions. So with this particular list, you can easily identify your infrastructure servers. And the next thing is forecast report. So with this help of this forecast report, you can predict the value of a particular attribute. Let's take the disk utilization of servers. So when we just take the disk utilization of servers, so based on last 15 days. So in order to have the proper forecast value, you can just go with the last 3 months or last 6 months. So with the help of this, what it will do here is like based on the respective value that have been fetched, it will tell you like what is the value in the next month. For example, in 15th November 2024, what will be my disk value. So with the help of this particular report, you can easily analyze and you will be easily come to know like what will be the usage of a disk on your particular server in the next upcoming months. In case if you want to see for next 5 months, so you can use click on this file and it will just show you till March 2025. So with the help of this forecast report, you can predict what will be your usage of a particular disk or a particular necessary attribute in the next upcoming months. And apart from that, we have an inventory report option as well. So with the help of this inventory report, you can see the list of servers and the list of monitors that are currently onboarded on your applications manager. So with the help of this list, you can just cross verify whether if you are onboarded all the server monitors or not, and it will helps you to identify the assets that you have in your applications manager. And when it comes to the dashboard part, so as I said, you can just create our own dashboard. So we have an option to create a new dashboard here. So whenever you are creating a new dashboard, we have given the widget option. So you can just select the necessary widget option that you want to view it on your dashboard. And you can also associate the respective dashboard to the respective users. So in case we have multiple teams in your infrastructure, database team, server team, or application team, and if you want to publish or if you want to show this dashboard to only to the server team or a database team, you can just assign the necessary users here so that whenever a that particular database team logs into the applications manager, they can see only their database dashboard alone. And so, as I said, like we have several widget options starting from the performance metrics. We have heat map widgets. So with the help of this, you can easily check like how many ones are critical, how many are in unmanaged state or clear state. And if you want to view the alarms, current active alarms, you can use this alarm summary widget, and it will just give the complete detail when it was this particular alarm has been raised. And also we have just given the execute action here. So in case if you have an NOC team and they want to execute any action for a specific server on a on a business time, so they can use this execute option. So once they just click on execute action, so they can take any actions. And for example, they want to send this alarm via email or SMS, or in case if you have any ITSM configuration, so it will automatically log a ticket directly from the dashboard itself. So we have just that can be achieved with the help of the alarm summary widget. And also we have embedded web page widget as well. So with the help of these widgets, you can just create a dashboard and you can create a view for a better monitoring for you and for your monitoring team as well. And also you can publish this dashboard to your internal sites or into a TV big screen. So you can publish this dashboard. So we have a publish dashboard option here. So once you just clicked on the publish dashboard option, you can just copy this particular link and add it to your internal site so that this particular dashboard will be listed on your particular site. So no need to just give any username or password. It will automatically show this particular complete dashboard, and the refresh will also will be automatically happening on your on that particular dashboard. And same like that, you can also publish the widget. So instead of publishing the entire dashboard, we are also having an option to publish only the necessary widgets to your any internal sites across your organization. So with the help of this, you can just easily monitor and track down the issues. And the threshold profile, as I said, so we have a standard threshold profile and also the anomaly threshold profile. So here, as I said, we have two values, automatic and manual. So when you just go with the automatic, you need to just give the deviation percentage alone. So based on that, if it deviates from the previous value, it will trigger an alert. And in the manual threshold, adaptive threshold profile, you need to just give the baseline, and you can just compare the current value the previous week or any other week which you want to compare. And based on that, if you want to trigger an alert, you can just set those options in this particular threshold, adaptive threshold profile. So once the threshold profile is created, either the standard or adaptive threshold profiles, you need to associate those threshold profiles to the monitors. So for configuring the thresholds profile, we have an option here. So just click on configure alarms. So when you just click on configure alarms, we have three options: monitor, monitor group, and monitor type. So in case if you want to assign the threshold profile for a particular monitor, so in that case, for individual types, For individual monitors, you can just go with this monitor option, so that you need to select only the respective monitor type. For example, here I found to configure for the Linux server. You need to click on Linux, and here you need to select the respective monitor to which you want to assign the threshold profile. We'll be selecting the monitor. So once you selected the monitor, you need to uh, associate the threshold profile for the respective attribute. So in case if you want to configure for the CPU utilization, you need to click on associate, and here you need to select the threshold profile, whether you are going with a normal standard threshold profile or adaptive threshold profile. You need to select those threshold profile here, and based on that, it will trigger an alarm. And in case if you want to uh, set an action on an individual attribute level, so you can just go with this particular action, which needs to be mapped on this particular monitor level. So this is an option for the individual monitor. So same like that, in case if you have just grouped the monitors based on the production or UAT, so you have created two different monitor groups, one as production and another is UAT. And for production, you want to set production servers, you want to set one threshold profile, and for the UAT servers, you want to configure another threshold set of threshold profiles. So for which you can use this group option. So in this group, you need to select a particular particular group, and here you need to go with the template option. And here, if you want to configure for the Active Directory, select that particular Active Directory monitor type, and you need to configure for the respective attributes. So once you just configuring it with the help of the monitor group, this particular threshold profile that we are configuring will be applied to all the Active Directory monitors which are present under this AVG data center group. So in case if you are in future, if you are adding one more Active Directory to this particular group, the threshold profiles will be automatically mapped to that particular uh, list of newly added Active Directory monitors. And the other one is global threshold profile, that is monitor type. So in case if you have 50 MS SQL database you are onboarded and you want to set a common threshold for all the 50 SQL servers. So in that case, go with this monitor type, and you need to just assign a threshold profile and action, so that the threshold profile and the action we are configuring will be applied to all the SQL servers which are onboarded on your applications manager. And in future, if you're adding like 10 more SQL servers for the monitoring, this particular threshold profile will be automatically mapped to the newly added SQL servers in the applications manager. So this is like a one-time activity, a template global option by which you can apply for all the monitors. So based on this, you can just configure the alarms in the applications manager. Now let's discuss the final topic of the today's session. So in the next topic, we'll be discussing like what are all the built-in integrations that are available in applications manager. So when we say the direct integrations, so in applications manager, we have a direct integrations with Prometheus, ServiceNow, Slack, and we are also integrating with managing alarms one, Analytics Plus, and Service Desk Plus as well. So with the help of this built-in integration, we have the end-to-end proper visibility, and we can just like drill down the issue easily, and we have the proper performance insights, and we can avoid the SLA breach on the infrastructure. And we have the service display integrations as well, the CMDB integration. So with the help of this, in case if a server goes down or the CPU goes high, if any of the attributes goes critical, automatically it will log a ticket in the service disk plus or in the service now. So we are supporting the direct integration in with service now and service disk plus as well. And also we'll just sync the CAs with the applications manager, and with the help of this you can create automated workflow, and we can just troubleshoot the issue in a faster manner. And we have the Prometheus integration. So with the help of the Prometheus integration, uh, we can easily export the monitoring into the applications manager. So currently we are supporting for the Tomcat, OpenShift, and Kubernetes. So with the help of this, we can easily onboard the OpenShift into the applications manager without any SSH. Because like as you might know, like in OpenShift, we need to just monitor with the SSH. So in few of the environments, the SSH will be disabled in the later, in the newer versions of OpenShift. SSH is disabled. So to overcome that, this Prometheus is bundled within the OpenShift itself. So if we just expose that particular Prometheus with the applications manager, we can integrate with Prometheus and we can fetch all the OpenShift to the applications manager for the monitoring. And same like that, we can achieve it for the OpenShift, Tomcat, and Kubernetes. So we are also just planning to add additional monitor types in the upcoming quarters. And also we have the mobile application for applications manager for both Android and iOS. And so with the once you just logged in, you have a proper view and you have the proper availability dashboard for of applications manager. Within your mobile, you can just access the respective alarms in a single page. So in order to view like what are all the built-in integrations that are available in applications manager, just go to settings tab, and in the product settings we have integrations. And if you just click on the integrations, you can see the list of direct integration options available here. So starting with Prometheus, Service now we have, in Service Desk Plus we have both Service Desk Plus MSP, and also we have the cloud as well. And in case if you are using Slack on your environment, we have the direct Slack integrations. And in case if you are using App Manager, you can just integrate with Applications Manager so that the network device can be fetched into the Applications Manager and you can just monitor from a single dashboard. So same like that, we have option for this site 24/7 as well. And apart from that, in case if you are having any other third-party applications on your particular infrastructure, for example, in case if you're using Microsoft Teams, and so for a better notification purpose, if something goes wrong, you want to give a pop-up on your Teams channel. So with the help of the REST API action, so we have in the actions we have webhook or REST API action. So with the help of this, you can integrate the third-party tools within the applications manager for the notifications. So if something goes wrong, we can just send the notification to the other third-party tools with the help of the REST API actions. And so when it comes to the actions, so starting with the email actions, we can trigger the email if something goes wrong, or we have the SMS action for the notification, or we have execute program action. For example, if a particular server the CPU goes high, with the help of a particular script, you can just like reduce the performance of your server. You can just go with this execute program action, and you can just send the traps to the third-party tools. And also you can just create a ticket to the ticketing portal. And in case if you are having a Java application and if you want to trigger any heap dump or thread dump, so we have that particular action out here as well. And in case if you have the cloud infrastructure in your environment, if you want to, if a particular virtual machine in Azure is going down, or if any EC2 instance going down on the AWS environment, you can restart, start, or stop the particular respective instance or the virtual machines with the help of this automate actions which are available. So same like that, we have a service action. If any service is going down on any of the Windows server, and if you want to restart the service automatically, you can use this particular Windows service action. So same like that, we have a SQL job action, and any third-party applications can be integrated via the webhook or the REST API actions. So these are all the list of actions and the integrations which we have discussed that are available in Applications Manager. Let's have a quick recap of the today's session. So, in the today's session, first we have discussed regarding the auto discovery, in which we have discussed the three different modes for onboarding the applications in Applications Manager. And the second topic we have discussed regarding the key performance metrics on your server, databases, and the applications we have discussed. And the third topic we have discussed regarding the ML based the threshold profiles and the reporting, such as capacity planning report and the forecast report. And in the last topic, we had discussed regarding the direct integrations that are available in Applications Manager. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your time and your valuable feedback. We'll just meet you in the next session. Thank you.